Hey, what's going on, guys? MA76B-Ball. I'm back at it again with another video for you. And today I've got the final performance review on the Q4 Millennium. So, let's not waste any time and let's talk about the shoe right off the bat. Context, 12 hours of usage. Alright, so this performance review is based off of 12 hours. So I had 6 hours on an outdoor court, which is a fair amount, and I'll tell you why later. And then I had 4 hours on a pristine court and 2 hours on a somewhat dusty court. Not too bad actually, but yeah. So everything I'm about to share with you, I'm just sharing my experience with the shoe, guys. It's just based off of those hours that I put into the shoe. So let's check out the traction. It's called Omni Traction, and that's what Q4 calls it. Basically, you're looking at herringbone in combination with like a couple spots of circles. That's basically what it is. And then underneath the heel, you have what looks like a pivot point, but it's actually it's the cushioning. They've exposed the cushioning there. Also, back up at the forefoot, there's a couple flex grooves just to, for flexibility in the shoe. And then again, the cushioning is exposed there. All right, so that's kind of cool. So the Omni Grip, how did it do? Basically, it was great. It was really, really reliable. Reliable, that's the word. So pristine court, it was like squeaking. I could stop on a dime, no issues there. On the semi-dusty court, wasn't really squeaking, but I probably wiped like probably every 4 or 5 plays, you know what I mean, which is pretty good in my eye. Okay, then on the outdoor court, where I spent 6 hours, I feel this rubber is quite durable. It's refreshing, because a lot of the shoes these days, everyone's about like translucent outsoles, and they're fine. They're great for traction and grip, but the durability, nosedives. So it's kind of cool to see something like this with a whole, I'll be mentioning it a few times. It's got like this 90s vibe to this shoe, man. So the rubber feels like something that you could, it'll last more than a year. You know what I mean? Whether you're mixing it up on indoor courts or on the blacktop. So yeah, so the traction, guys, in my 12 hours, man, it was awesome. I tip my hat to Q4. It was great stuff, great stuff. So moving on to the cushioning. So they got something that they call compress cushioning. And I mentioned in my first on court, as I squeeze right here, it's quite bouncy, spongy, like it gives in and bounces back, it's pretty nice. And man, I tell you, like for me, this is the standout feature in this shoe, is the cushioning, man. So, I find like a great way to test cushioning is outdoors, because it does take a lot more pounding, you know what I mean, for shock protection or reduction, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I tell you, it's just fantastic. So it has give. It definitely reduces the impact coming up your legs and your knees and your lower back. But what I really like is it does not have that mushy feeling. Like for me, Boost is amazing, but it's kind of on the mushy side. This was like, yeah, it's firmer than that, but it definitely gives. And not so much when you're just walking around, but when you actually start moving and playing at basketball speeds, you can definitely feel it. So man, definitely the cushioning is amazing, guys. It's great. It's great. So let's talk about fit a little bit. It's a mid cut. It comes up a fair amount up the ankle. So when you lace it up, there's 3 eyelets at the top. You're locked down. You know what I mean? In your lower leg area or your ankle area, and no problems in the heel. You guys know, for most of my viewers who know me, I'm a very skinny guy. There's no heel lift whatsoever. So it's nice and secure in this area. However, when you move up to the this area here, because I am skinny, there's just too much room. There's too much volume for me personally. So if you've got a normal type of foot, a normal volume or normal width or wide foot, you're probably really gonna love this shoe. So you would go true to size. But if you really wanted to get this shoe and you feel that you're skinny, I'd definitely go down half the size. So now, yeah, so there's a little bit of extra volume up front, which is too bad. But so be it. This shoe is, it's fine. That's how it's made. It can't fit everybody. So what happened to me is when I laced up the shoe, the like the eyelets on the medial side and the eyelets on the lateral side, by the time I had it tightened up properly, they'd be like super close to each other. So as games went on and on and on over the course of 2 hours, you know, and if I had to tighten up the shoes more, there was nowhere to go. So yeah, so you know, that's how it goes. That's how it's made, and that's fine. So I hope that maybe in future versions they'll reduce the volume inside the shoe. That would be nice, and I would love to rock a new pair of the new version. Now the materials that they use, you've got overlays, you got some really thick like a fuse type stuff, and then you got like thick like kind of like a synthetic leather type of thing, and then you have a mesh, and then you have your backing on the inside. It's just a great combination of materials. The break-in time does take a while. I would say, man, the shoes started getting pretty comfortable probably, I would say 4, 5, 6 hours where it's really started to break in, particularly in the ankle collar area. But once it does start to break in, man, I can't say enough. I enjoyed playing in the shoes so much. Now, one thing that's kind of weird, and I know there are shoes that exist out there that are like this. In hand, they're kind of heavy-ish, but when you put them on your foot, they're light. If you guys, anybody out there know what I'm saying, I was playing with my Sunday night crew, and Saturday night crew, and my friend Nobu. I showed him the shoes, and he was asking questions about Q4, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they go, yeah, so." And then he's the same. He's got the same size foot. So I said, "Hey, try them on, play a game in them." And he's like, "Wait a minute, how come these things are light?" So I can't explain it. Some kind of science. Q4 is cooking up something. It's somewhat weight-ish in the hand, but when you put them on your feet, yeah, I don't know, no issues whatsoever, you know. So. They've got some cool details in the shoe. You know, they've got like this thumbprint on the back here. I don't think about the design, like their little Q4 here on the heel counter here. The shoe is so bright. It's probably messing up the color. And I think on the tongue here, Q4 team, passion, focus, commitment. So that's kind of like what they're standing for. Boom! I hope you guys can see that. So some nice details too. On the medial side, near the toe, on the outsole says non-marking, which is pretty cool. Now, the shoe, like torsion-wise, there is a foot shank inside, and when you look at it first, it looks like carbon. And as far as I know, I believe it is not carbon. But please forgive me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's probably a TPU type of thing. So a solid heel counter, just squeezing here. It's very solid. And again, that adds to the fit and lockdown in the back portion of the shoe. You do have an outrigger. Actually, what's pretty cool, you've got actually an outrigger in the forefoot area and in the heel. The heel does, or the base does flare out. So stability-wise, left to right, man, those things like a tank. I felt very, very secure playing in the shoe, which is kind of like why I use it outdoors a lot. When I play outdoors, for once summertime comes, I like to play in somewhat of a heavier shoe, a more secure type shoe. So I used to play in the LeBron 12, you know what I mean? And this is along that type of line. So yeah, guys, that is just, you know, short and sweet. This is my final performance review. Thank you very much to the folks over at Q4 Designs for sending these out to me to test. I'm extremely happy with the shoe, and I look forward to, please make a black color. Man, I tell you, just flip the colors, guys. Black with a little bit of red, I'll lose my mind. But anyways, yeah, thank you very much, guys, for sending it out. You know, considering that I live over here in Japan, so I know about shipping costs. So thank you. Thanks for sending them over. And that's it, guys. That's just my performance review. Okay, guys, 12 hours of use. Fantastic shoe. Would I recommend it? Yeah, for sure I would recommend it. You guys can hop on their website and check them out. They come in a few different colors. But, you know, I'd probably recommend it not so much for guards or shooting guards, perhaps. You know, the quicker, lower to the ground, you know, instant type of players. I would recommend it more for like a powerful, aggressive type of players, you know, the 3, 4, 5 spot kind of thing. But hey, that's just my suggestion, guys. you guys can head out and hopefully you can find somewhere and try them on for yourself and make up your own mind. Alright guys? Thanks for dropping by. Definitely appreciate it, guys. I had fun testing the shoe, and I was really excited to get this video out for you. I wanted to share what it was like to rock these for the last several weeks. Alright guys, in the meantime, I'll catch you in the next one, alright? Peace!